guys! Why do I keep singing all of my introductions? I don't know. Well, anyway, hi guys, it is Charlotte and today I am doing the 4th instalment in my advice to X year, and today is year 8. So, year 8 for me. Why is there a dog barking outside? Why? What is going on my street? I don't even know. Year 8 for me was a very long time ago. I am just going into year 12. So year 8 was like 4 years ago. Very long. Very long time ago. I don't really remember year 8 very much. All I remember was that I just kind of only cared about like, oh, there's a little hair on my lip, that's so gross. A bit of fluff from a pillow. So I usually have fluffy pillows because just get on everything, but they look cute for a while. So when I was in year 8, I kind of only cared about like my friends, being cool, being like the prettiest, and like that's like what went on in my mind. And I kind of wish that someone had told me when I was going into year 8 that that's literally not important at all. That is probably one of the least important things, like who's popular, who the boys think's the prettiest, all that kind of thing is just irrelevant. And when you get into year 9 and year 10 and year 11 and you start picking your GCSE options, that's literally not going to matter at all. You're going to be thinking about exams, and the people who kind of think about that stuff still aren't necessarily going to do as well. Obviously that's not true because some people can still do well, but they're not important things to think about. There are much other important things to think about. So I want to kind of like talk to you guys about my experience and give you guys my advice. So when I was in year 8, like I just said, those things were like really important to me. And of course, they are going to be important to everyone in year 8, because when you're going into year 8, you're very concerned about how you look, about what other people think of you, who you're friends with, all that kind of thing. It seems like it's just the most important thing in the world. However, guys, it's really not. Who you're friends with in year 8 may be who you're friends with in year 11, year 12. You may be friends with them for life, however it may not be. And who you're friends with isn't the most important thing. Obviously it's important that you have friends and that you are nice to everyone, and that you are having a good time and you're enjoying yourself. However, working hard is still pretty important in year 8 as well. So when you're in when you're in year 8, it's kind of a strange time because you're not year 7s anymore, but also you're not year 9, so you're not really starting your GCSEs, and you're kind of in this like middle ground. So when you're in year 8, it's very easy to kind of just get a bit confused, get a bit lost, and not really know what's going on, if you get me. So my advice would be, find something that you love, whether it's dance, whether it's like cricket, whether it's reading, whether it's science. Find something that you love and you can devote so much of your time to that, and you can become so good at it, whether it's dance or like running or like shoes, I don't even know, like drawing, whatever it may be. You can devote your time to your hobbies in year 8, and that is kind of what I did to some degree. I like spent a lot of time doing my makeup, I spent a lot of time like collecting clothes, I spent a lot of time drawing, I spent a lot of time singing, I learned how to play the piano. I did lots of things in year 8 that I now still use in my day-to-day life. And year 8, although you are at school, it's not necessarily all about school. It's about kind of that journey that you're taking where you're going from being in the first year of high school to being in high school. Because when you're in year 7, you are very young and you feel like the babies of the school, and though you've just left primary school where you're the oldest, then you're the youngest, and now you're kind of in this like weird place. So year 8 can seem a little bit scary to some people in terms of school, because you think, oh god, the work's going to get so much harder, and it does to an extent. The work does get harder. You are given harder work, you're given more tasks, you're given more homework, you're given a higher workload, but it's very important that you do try your hardest, because if you don't and you slack, then it kind of gets you into this mindset where you think slacking's okay. You're like, oh, I'm only in year 8, the next year you go, oh, I'm only in year 9, then you have to go, oh, I'm only in year 10, and then you get into year 11 and you think, oh, GCSEs are a mile away. And really, everything comes like this. Everything comes so quickly. But don't be scared. That sounds so scary, but you do have the time to prepare. In year 8, all you need to do is work extremely hard in all of your classes. If you don't necessarily enjoy something, still put your effort into it, but you can think, am I going to take this for GCSE? Am I not? You don't have to take everything. For example, if you hate history, you don't have to take history, but that doesn't mean history is just a DOS about lesson and you do nothing. You've still got to learn things because there are valuable skills that you can learn, and you never know, by the end of the year you may end up loving that subject. You've got to do all of your homework. In year 8, I remember I had a lot of projects, and I kind of was like in a mentality where I was like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just a project. But really, if you do those projects and do them well, it gives you so many valuable skills that will really help in the future. It gives you time management skills, it gives you like motivation. You can look back in the future onto the time when you did that project and think, oh my god, I remember when I did that in year 8 and I was so proud of myself. It's just little things like that that are really, really important in year 8. And like I said in my year 9 video, friendship groups are kind of very fickle in year 8. You're kind of friends with one person for 1 minute and you're friends with another person for another. Please don't take anything that anybody says to you in year 8 to heart, because I know that when I was in year 8 and someone would like say something a little bit mean to me or something, I would take it like it was like God's honest truth, and it would really, really upset me, and I'd get really upset about things very easily. And of course I was very young, but now that I'm older, those things don't affect me anymore. If someone called me a sweat or a tryhard, I would get really upset and I would like not want to put my hand up in class anymore. I wouldn't want to ask for extra work. But honestly, if you are being called names like that, just ignore people and you will just continue to do and be your excellent self. Another thing I would say for year 8, if your school has opportunities like ambassadors or like I can't remember what they're called, like prefects, or you have like a student council or something like that, year 8 is one of the perfect years to get involved, because you've been at your school for a year already, so you kind of know what's going on, you get the general gist of things, what things are like, what things are good, what things are bad, and you'll probably have some opinions. So I would recommend like joining one of those things, because they look so good on your CV if you're trying to apply for things later on in school, like head girl or something. And yeah, I found them really fun. That's where I found a lot of my friends doing things like that, and I would just really recommend it. So yeah, year 8 is a strange year. If you guys do have any more questions about it, then please feel free to DM me. Of course, I can't really remember too much about year 8 because it was so long ago, but I am always here for advice or for a chat if you guys feel like you need it. Also, if you do feel alone, please go speak to one of your teachers or your friends or a family member, or you can always speak to me because I'm always here. My Instagram and Snapchat will be linked below. And yeah, I hope this video helped and reassured some of you guys. I hope that you have an amazing remainder of your summer, and that when you go into year 8 it is fun and enjoyable and you make the most of it. Please guys, continue to work hard and be focused, and you will all do absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Goodbye.